curious to something funnier on television. Why don't you switch over to Coronation Street?
Coronation Street isn't funny. At least not the kind of funny where you laugh.
Well, neither is Brent Butt either. After you listen to I'm telling the same old jokes. Look, he even admits that that's where we got the term butt ugly from. Use a duplicate and get something better.
I've been trying the duplicates all afternoon and it won't work. I think the batteries are dead in it. No wonder with that stupid joy buzzer feature, made me drop it about 12 times.
Never mind, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I got an idea. Let's watch Corner Gas.
Well, I hope that creaking was the chair and not your back. I've heard better sounding outhouse hinges.
You know, maybe I better take another dose of my shark cartilage after supper.
Well, it didn't seem to help the shark.
We're looking for drugs. Your grandmother and I gave those up a long time ago. Especially the kind not paid for by Blue Cross.
Oh, Graham, have you seen my cell phone? I've tried to call it 1,000,000 times, but it's on vibrate, and I can't hear it. I need that thing. It's my life.
Cell phones come with a light? Maybe I should get one.
Oh, well, of course you have a life. It's the thing I make miserable.
Graham, what would you use a cell phone for anyway? I hardly think you need to be texting the old buzz down at the barbershop. What are you going to say? Another nice buzz cut clip? Or has the Guns and Ammo magazine arrived yet?
Well, if that drivel your friend posts on your Facebook page is any indication, you might have a point. They make the news on Entertainment Tonight seem downright important. I think I'll take a shower. Wait, I've already had a shower. What am I going to do with my hair?
Graham, have you been going at my Facebook again? Oh, last time I left my page up and you posted that I was sorry I couldn't come to a party because I had uncontrollable diarrhea. It took me weeks to live it down.
But you did have uncontrollable diarrhea. Some lady didn't do that sort of thing in my day.
I know we should have taped it. Then we could show me what you sounded like.
I laughed so hard, I thank the good Lord I remembered to put my Depends on.
Guys, hey, wait, that's my cell phone that you have. What have you doing with it? I'm comparing the house on cardboard.
That's your cell phone? I thought it was the TV duplicates. No wonder it was so hard to change the channel.
Graham, here's the TV remote. You didn't go through any of my pictures, did you?
Of course not. We've got too much integrity in that. But I will add, I kind of like the one you do with your bikini.
Graham,
Yeah, just a lucky guess. But if you give me $5, I won't tell you, Dad, to check out your collection.
Oh, now, George, stop torturing the poor girl. We should rent you out to the ceases to interrogate terrorists. But your badgering would probably be considered cruel and unusual punishment.
Like watching hours and hours of Corner Gas.
you guys, there are 304 pictures of the TV. 32 grams of eyeball. Crazy.
What's with her? Now, I know she produces more drama in 24 hours than the CBC, but not that bad. I know. It must be some kind of a woman plumbing thing.
Now, George, you can't chalk up every emotional outburst to women's plumbing. I've had so much of mine removed, I'm darn near hollow down there. I even echo when I pee. every time I get mad when you've done something stupid. Jackie's problem is that today is Valentine's Day. Remember? Those phones are the only way young people know how to communicate. It's pretty hard to sit by the phone waiting for a fellow to call and ask you out for Valentine's when you can't find your phone.
Well, you were using it as a TV duplicate all day. Wait till I tell you a bridge club about that.
Go ahead. Make me a laughing stock, but if you do, I may just tell them how you wandered off in your sleep the other night in the closet.
You win. You win. Although, those old bitches probably wouldn't remember by the time they got home anyhow.
Well, you do have a point there. Speaking of Valentine's, what did you get me?
Well, as usual, my dear, I don't wait for a special day to show you how much I love you, great and small. I think buying into Valentine's Day would diminish that.
Oh, George, you are so sweet. Although I will say that's one huge load of pony pucks.
But I do have a special gift to give you later on. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
You call that a gift? More like a handicap.
Handicap? Handicap? Do you mean I can park my car anywhere I want? Okay. So what did you give me for Valentine's Day?
Same thing as last year.
Nothing, huh?
Well, Valentine's just isn't the same as it once was. Remember how romantic it used to be? Before the kids? Valentine's really meant something to us back then. Whatever happened to that old fighter?
Well, ever since I got the problem at the South Pole.
It's okay to call it erectile dysfunction, George. That's what the doctors on TV commercials called droopy wedding tackle.
Happy Valentine's Day, Gran and Grams. Oh, it's Valentine's.
Be quiet. Don't want to let her know what we've been talking about.
What are you saying?
Well, we weren't talking about erectile dysfunction.
Grants, I'm sorry to hear about the issue downstairs, but I have to tell you, it's way more information than I needed. And, well, thanks for the visual. I'll be just fine after years of therapy.
Isn't there something else, anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. Have either one of you talked to Henry about Valentine's Day? I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on him again like I've done in previous years. If he's going to cheap out on me again, I know he's a practical sort. But it would be nice if he would just show his romantic side.
He has a romantic side?
Oh, sure he does. I remember when we were dating, he was so sweet. He'd invite me over on some pretense and then surprise me with a hidden agenda.
I didn't have to know what you guys called it.
No, not that, Gramps. What I mean is he would invite me over to watch a Valentine's Day movie, and when I got there, he'd change the plans and we'd do something completely different.
He'd do your toenails.
Well, no, he would do my taxes. Well, it became an annual event. Now he doesn't even do that. He just has one of his junior accountants fill in all the stupid little boxes.
Well, frankly, having somebody do your taxes for you sounds like about as much fun as a poke in the eye. Although I guess it beats dating an insurance salesman and listening to him pitch whole life policies.
But you don't understand. I needed my taxes done far more than my toenails tarted up. And, well, he's such a great provider. Well, of most things.
So, you married an accountant who would would do your taxes for you when he got you a loan. And you're surprised that he isn't romantic after 25 years of marriage?
I thought I could change him.
Oh, good gravy, young lady. Haven't you ever heard the old saw, women marry men hoping they will change? And we never do.
And men marry women hoping we'll never change. But we always do.
It's the law of the universe.
So you're saying I should have married someone who was already thoughtful, sensual, and romantic?
I hate to disappoint you, young lady, but they're already dating other men.
Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
Henry, we were just discussing your...
Yes, I'm sure your constant quarreling would be of no concern to me, so on some more important things. Holly, what'd you make for dinner?
The same thing I make for Valentine's Day dinner every year, darling. I made a reservation at a fancy restaurant.
What? You think we're made of money?
Oh, take a pill, Henry. It's once a year, for heaven's sakes, and, well, we can easily afford it. And besides, I'm sure you'll be talking about work anyway, and you can call it a tax write-off.
Good thinking. Well, if I have to go, I better go get ready. I gotta look my best for our dinner meeting.
Be still, my racing heart. Say, Gran, could I talk to you privately?
Oh, of course, Paulette. Excuse us, George. Be a dear and hand him over. Come on now.
I haven't witnessed anything so rude since the time somebody farted in the refrigerator.
That was the deviled eggs for the luncheon last week. Take out those hearing aids or I'll blow the dog whistle. Okay. Now what seems to be the problem? Are you starting to get hot flashes, honey?
Nothing like that. I was just wondering, about Gramps' little issue.
Erectile dysfunction?
Yeah, well, I was wondering, did you treat it with any, I don't know, medication?
Oh, well, we did try some Viagra, but only once. It was kind of nice, really, woman to woman. It had been a long time. But then George's heart started to race so badly that we thought he was having a heart attack, and we called an ambulance. By the time it got here, his heart rate had slowed, and all they found out of the ordinary was a little pup tent in his lap.
I get that picture. But do you happen to have any left? I was thinking to add some spice to Henry's after-work martini.
Paulette, that's sneaky. I'm shocked.
Well, shocked that I'm sneaky?
No, shocked that it took you this long to ask.
So you'll help me?
Of course, I've been known to be sneaky too, The pills are in our ensuite, and the medicine cabinet on the top shelf.
Thanks, Gran. Hey, if there's anything I can do for you.
Well, if you don't mind, on your way to the restaurant, if you could pick up George's vitamins.
You do realize when people say if there's anything I can do for you, there's hoping there's nothing they can do.
Of course I do, dear. But do you want the Viagra or not?
Fine, I'll pick them up. You can tell Gramps he can put his hearing aids back in.
I can, thanks.
Just forget about your earpieces in.
You were saying?
Never mind. Thanks for the chat, Gran. I'll talk to you later.
The bee in that girl's bonnet is an S.O.B.
George, it takes a long time to come to terms with some of the choices we made years ago. Let me tell you, honest to goodness.
Like buying that stupid Epsom.
Well, and I was thinking of a different broken down old record. Sure, that's a great example.
Listen here, Mildred.
Gran! Guess what? He finally got a hold of me. I'm so excited.
he wrote all by himself where he's pouring out his heart for your love?
Well, no, but he texted me.
He texted you. That sounds naughty.
Grant, everything sounds naughty to you. Anyway, Grant, a text was just a little written message on my phone. This one was from Robert.
Oh, he's a boy you like, I take it.
Nothing gets by you, does it?
George, you know I say this with love when I say, stick a sock in it or we'll confiscate your hearing aids again.
This is me shutting the hell up.
Good idea.
Oh, pay no attention to Gramps, my dear. Now tell me all about your beau and what he said to make you so excited.
Well, his name is Robert, and he's this really cute maintenance guy down at the plant. And all the other girls sabotage stuff, so he'll come up and fix it in his tight t-shirt that can hardly contain his bulging muscles. And you should see his form-fitting coveralls. Anyway, he said, got plans tonight with a little happy face icon.
Oh, he must be sincere if he used a happy face icon. This is me shutting up again.
But, Grant, now I'm not so sure. Maybe he just asked me so we could double date with some tramp. He didn't exactly ask me out.
Well, what did you answer him?
I sent him a text saying I'd lost my phone, and I'd answer him as soon as I found it.
But if you lost your phone, how could you send it? Shutting up.
Anyway, I think I'll just tell him I already have plans. I'd hate for him to think that I was the type of girl who didn't already have a date on Valentine's. He might think I was
Available?
Of course, dear, I understand. He can't find out that you're as popular as a second-hand nose hair trimmer.
Grant.
I was just joshing with you, dear. I know you don't date because of your high standards. So here's what you do. You tell him you already have plans, but you might break them to spend some time with him, depending on what he is doing. Don't capitulate, negotiate.
Nothing like starting a relationship off with a lie.
Don't be so high and mighty, George. Seems to me the first thing you told me was you were rich.
And you told me you like to smooch. So I guess we're even.
I don't think I need to be hearing this. I'll be in my room texting Robert.
Hello. Hi, George, Mildred, and how are all the other assorted dicks?
You never tire of that joke, do you?
Oh, there are just so many dick jokes I find it difficult to resist.
Speaking of dicks, do you have a date for tonight? Or is this going to be another one of those National Geographic specials? A lone cougar at the watering hole.
George, just another one in your string of limp jokes. You appear to be an expert on limp.
Don't be silly, George. At your age, it wasn't that amazing a guess. It was like predicting you'd have a nap tomorrow afternoon or that you're receiving old age security.
Old age security. Huh. How secure can one be on $510 a month?
Oh, George, you do appear to be withering away to nothing there.
Just like your social calendar. Nothing to do on Valentine's Day. Is there some kind of deep psychological scarring going on in there? I got an idea. Why don't you call one of your ex-husbands and see what he's doing? With that vast ocean of talent, you ought to find at least one of them free tonight.
Now, George, calm down or your teeth are going to shoot right out of your mouth and end up on the carpet again.
That's all right, Mildred. In a battle of the wits, George doesn't exactly seem to be a superpower. Currently not in the bedroom either. But anyway, where is my sister? I have more important things to discuss than George's obvious shortcomings.
Oh, I think she's in the kitchen, dear. Why not check there?
Thank you.
Auntie Jean, how nice to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Oh, let me guess, it's something about a boy.
I'm gonna guess.
Is he rich?
Well, no, he still lives at home, just like me. Although he does have a vehicle.
Well, if he's buff and has a vehicle, who cares if he's rich? Is he smart?
Well, he can fix about anything. He's smart in those sort of things, but other than that, not so much.
Oh, good for you, honey. But just remember, you gotta reel him in slowly. You don't wanna break the lion. Oh my God, for heaven's sakes. You gotta use the right bait. Fine, all right. Try to attract him with your mind, and I'm just telling you, you have more luck catching with what you don't mind.
Fran, I was wondering if I could talk to you privately.
Oh, my goodness, what am I? Chopped liver?
Of course you're not chopped liver, George. We're like pate de foie gras.
I tell you, what the heck?
Fran, please.
Keep your thong on, girlie. I have to go to the bathroom anyway. It'll give me the opportunity to practice my mobility device.
Okay, dear, what seems to be the problem? You're not pregnant, are you?
What? No, I don't even date. I was just wondering if you could lend me some money for tonight.
Oh, well, in my day, the boy paid for everything.
Well, depending on what you look like, it happens in my day too. Except the boy I had but the date that I had last, the jerk who I was claimed with, he lost his wallet and I had to pay for our supper. It was awful. I was just wondering if I could just have some money for a cab ride home, just in case as well.
Of course, dear. Would 50 be enough?
Well, if you have 320, that would be great.
Come into my room and I'll get it from my secret hiding place.
You mean in the music box?
I see your grandfather isn't the only nosy dick in this family.
I don't know what's up with him lately. He's so focused on money. He has even less time for me than he usually does, which is pretty meager. He spends far more time on his calculator, turning it on, running his fingers all over the buttons, massaging figures. It's gotten so bad I'm even jealous of his office equipment. I don't know what his problem is.
Well, did you ever think it's not his problem?
What do you mean?
Well, maybe it's not his problem. Maybe it's yours. Maybe you're sending him the wrong signals.
The wrong signals? Well, I buy silky negligees, I pretty myself up, and I put on my special cologne with natural pheromones in it and a subtle scent. It's called submissive aggression. Oh, no, wait, aggressive submission. Anyways, it's supposed to drive all men crazy, and all I get for my efforts is a peck on the cheek, and you better wash that crap off before it gets all over the sheet.
Didn't I warn you this would happen?
Thanks, I told you so, like a third boob.
Honey, you already have a third boob. He's in the shower getting ready for bed.
Well, yes, it's not my fault he's a cold fish. I push and I get nowhere.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you're pushing too much. Maybe he feels a bit emasculated. Maybe he thinks it's his job to initiate the horizontal hula, and when you take control, he feels a bit repulsed by your pushiness.
Must you use the word repulsed? and if I had to wait for him to initiate a night of connubial bliss, I might as well take an oath of chastity.
But not if you work on him in more subtle ways. You know, try to build him up, but don't be too obvious. You know, find excuses to praise his masculinity. Oh, you can act like the helpless female. Shouldn't be too hard for you.
Do you really think that'll work?
Oh, absolutely, guaranteed. Unless, of course, he's gay.
Gay? Gay? Oh, no, there's no way. He doesn't even like parades. And besides, we've been married for decades, and, well, there's no problem. problem with being gay. I just don't want my husband to be. And what does that say about my attractiveness? Well, I tried to stay on top of my mustache, but maybe I shouldn't have.
Relax, sis. I didn't say he was gay. I just said it's possible. You know, maybe that's why he immerses himself in his work. He's trying to sublimate his sexual impulses.
If his pulse was as infrequent as his impulses, I could have him declared legally dead. Oh, Gramps, shh, shh.
Where are you going, Chris?
Oh, they're trying to get in the
Oh, Gramps,
kitchen.
the left is the brake, the right is the power. You don't have to have it on all the time. Just nice and easy,
Don't turn
okay?
it.
Okay.
Door.
All right, I got it.
Oh my goodness, oh my God. That man is gonna be the death of me. I better get Henry's martini ready.
If that's what it's like to get old, sure way takes my fear of dying young.
Well, as sad as it sounds and as revolting as it is, he and Graham probably have more sex than Henry and me.
Oh, come on, the two of you did have a child together.
Well, that's when Henry won Accountant of the Year for the whole Tri-County region. He thought he was Don Juan and literally swept me off my feet before he carried me to bed.
Oh, where you made mad, passionate love.
No,
No.
where he passed out cold.
Wait, then how did you...
Well, he passed out on his back.
Oh. That's a little too much information even for me, sis. Have you tried getting liquored up since then to see if, Don Juan comes back out?
No, well, Henry, he has a martini or two, but he hasn't drank in excess ever since, well, afraid of the consequences. But I did get this Viagra pill. I am going to put it in the shaker, and maybe that'll work, along with a nice romantic dinner.
Well, you realize this doesn't show you exactly what you're trying to find out. You're trying to find out if A, he doesn't like to have sex, B, he doesn't like to have sex with women, or C, he just doesn't like to have sex with you. Getting his lower half interested has nothing to do with getting his upper half involved.
You're right. It's a stupid idea. I'll just throw it out. I just thought that Hey, wait, I've got it. Why don't you go out to dinner with Henry tonight instead of me? Oh, if you play men like you claim you do, you should be able to get a rise out of him without any pharmaceutical medication whatsoever. And if you can't, well then obviously he's not interested in women at all.
What if he rises to the bait?
Oh, he won't, don't worry, I can guarantee it. There isn't a romantic bone in that man's body.
You said romantic bone. Anyway, sis, what you're implying is absolutely crazy, and it's completely unfair to Henry and me. Even the police aren't supposed to be involved in entrapment. What do I get out of the deal? And how can you be so sure he is going to be irresistible to me? What if he isn't? Then what do I do?
Well, if he doesn't react, well, then it's me he's not interested in, not women he has a problem with, and, well, I'm okay with that. And, in fact, if the two of you have a fling on the way home, it might be the best thing that ever happened to me. There'll be a tearful confession from Henry, like he would ever cry, and then you and I, we have to be on the outs, but just for a couple of weeks. Then I will get half of everything Henry owns. It'll make me pretty attractive on the open market.
Are you out of your mind? Do you know what you're contemplating?
I need to know, Jean. I need to know if it's me, of course. I understand if you don't want to do the nasty with him, but you've been around long enough to know how to get a guy fired up to get what you want and then get him off the boil. Isn't that how you got that fur?
Oh, I gave in that time.
What about those diamond earrings from old Mr. Henderson?
gave in that time too?
No, Jean, old Mr. Henderson. Oh. Look, if he comes on too strong, then it tells me everything I need to know. Well, and you just tell me I have a headache. Apparently that's what all women do when their husbands are after them. I can only dream of needing a headache.
All right, if I agree to this, I mean, how are you gonna get Henry to take me to dinner instead of you?
Oh, don't worry about that. The restaurant has a $5 reservation cancellation fee. Henry will never give up that kind of dough.
All right, if I agree to try romancing the stone, you have to promise me one thing. You won't be angry with me, disappointed in me, or think anything less of me.
Oh, I couldn't possibly be angry. I mean, look, I know you're doing this just for me. Oh,
George!
Oh.
Hey-oh. Did I come and you want to Did I come and you want to go home? Hey-oh. Did I come and we want to go home?
Yes.
We'll go a-wandering mountain track. But when I go a-wandering, my wife stays off my back. Whoa, what do we have here? Now, with all the meds I take, I shouldn't do this. But it's Valentine's Day, and you should give something special. One you love the very most on Valentine's Day. Care for a drink, George? Don't mind if I do. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, Gramps. Getting the hang of that walker? Say, have you seen Auntie Jean? I've been needing to talk to her about a text that Robert sent me, and I need advice on what to say.
You want relationship advice from a woman who's been divorced 5 times.
She did manage to get married 5 times, so she knows how to catch them. She just doesn't know how to keep them.
She knows how to catch them okay, so it's a bear trap. But I doubt that your mother would let you go running through the streets naked, yelling, I'm available, I'm available.
Oh, Gramps. Auntie Jean would never do that.
Now, I guess she's a little more subtle than that, barely. And the last I heard, she was in the kitchen plotting something with her mother.
Thanks, Gramps. And I won't tell them what you said about Auntie Jean.
I appreciate that, my dear. I get carried away a little bit once in a while.
Hey, Auntie Jean, you'll never guess what Gramps said. So Robert just texted me again.
Oh, what'd you say? Did he like you on Facebook?
Well, so far he's only liked power tools and UFC cage matches, but I'm still hoping. Oh, and he asked if I wanted to go to the Brew House, that bar that features the city's biggest celebrity hamburgers. He said if I can eat a whole Rita McNeil burger, it's on the house.
How charming. What time's the wet t-shirt contest?
Oh, that's not till 11 or so. You should still be able to make it after whatever dinner plans you have.
If only, honey. At my age, you gotta entice them with what they think you have and that it's still in all the places that it used to be. It takes an awful lot of engineering. Nope, I wouldn't be caught dead in a wet t-shirt contest now. Not like the old days.
My, you mean you have? I would just die of embarrassment.
Embarrassment? Are you kidding? for that moment in time. You are the sexiest woman alive for hundreds of hot-blooded men who have already seen thousands of wet t-shirts on the internet. Embarrassment? Are you kidding? If you got it, flaunt it. That's what I say, right in their panting, pathetic little faces.
I could never see me doing the things that you do, Auntie Jane. You've got more kahunas than most men I know.
Well, honey, what's going on? What are you gonna tell Robert? You kind of left it open-ended and you really don't know the score. Look, why don't you phone him and talk to him?
Phone him? Are you nuts? That's so last Thursday.
Fine, then text him. Just say who all will be there and what time will he pick you up. And if he is there with another girl, I got some tips so you can cut the legs out from under her.
Can you come to my bedroom? I need advice. I need help on what I should wear.
Okay, but you gotta promise me that you're gonna trust me.
Hey, Dad, have you seen Polly?
The last time I saw her, she was in the kitchen. Well, why don't you put a tracking device on her?
If I only had a tranquilizer gun so I could bring her down more safely to put it on. Hey, try that martini there. It seemed a little off to me.
Oh.
Well,
Hard to tell without something to compare it to.
well, there's probably some left in the shaker here. You know you're not supposed to have too much alcohol with your heart medication.
I know. Wouldn't it be a shame if I didn't make it to 70? Wait a minute. I am 70. I'm safe.
Point well taken. Well,
Beats me. My taste buds haven't worked in 3 years.
I wonder what's keeping Polly. We have a dinner date, and I really hate to be kept waiting. You know, maybe I'll inventory my wallet while I wait.
Have fun with that. Don't get carried away. I have to go to the Biffy. You know that old saw? Drink a pint, pee a quart.
Lovely image, thank you.
Valerie, Valois, Valerie, Valerie.
Good heavens, this is unbelievable.
Is there a problem, dear?
Oh, maybe he just figured out his MasterCard number is the square root of a positive integer.
Actually, Gene, it's close, only 3 decimal places away. No, this is much more serious. In comparing the contents of my wallet from my last inventory, I'm carrying more than 25% more material this year and 43% more material than last year. And at this rate, I'm gonna need a suitcase to lug around the contents of my wallet in less than a decade.
Wow, alert the media. Listen, sis, maybe this isn't such a good idea. It's gonna take Dr. Frankenstein and a bolt of lightning to get any life out of this stuff.
Gene, you can't let me down.
What seems to be the problem?
Oh, well, you see, I've suddenly developed a headache. And, well, I'm not gonna be able to go to dinner with you tonight, but Jean has kindly offered to take my place so we don't lose our reservation deposit.
Good thinking. Wait a minute. Do you want me to go on a Valentine's Day dinner with your sister? That seems rather inappropriate, don't you think?
Oh, come on, Henry, it'll be fun. I always get giggly at the thought of spreadsheets.
Well, good heavens, what will people think? I mean, you two don't even look that much alike. People talk in a small city. What if people will think we're...
Oh, people will think you're having dinner with a relative, a client, or none of their damn business. Don't be so concerned about what people think, Henry. It's what I think that matters.
I mean, that's right. It's not like we're sneaking around. We're just going to the most expensive, exclusive restaurant in town. Take it from an expert. When you're on the Piccadilly, you do go to the most expensive restaurant, but it's at least 2 cities away.
Well, maybe I should just rent your house to have a Piccadilly video.
Oh, Henry, that's very unkind. Seeing as she's given up her plans for Valentine's Day for me, I consider it a huge favor for her to take my place. And besides, I don't want to break our Valentine tradition.
Yes, well, and there's still the reservation cancellation fee. However, I still can't figure out why her Valentine's Day plans consist of coming to our house and irritating me. Well, still $5 is $5.
That's right, Henry. Come on, we'll go have some supper and have some fun in spite of ourselves.
All right. The things I do for you, Paulette. I'll just go into the bedroom and get my coat, and I'll meet you in my car.
Oh, no, I thought I would drive.
My Prius gets 22.5 minutes. BMW. That would be a frivolous waste of resources.
Well, first of all, it's my gas, and second of all, I don't give a rat's rectum about your 22.5% mileage. Plus, I will throw in the parking fee.
Done? I'll get that coat.
Thank you, sis, this means so much.
Oh, listen, that's the only reason I'm doing it. I am going to prove to you once and for all that Henry is a dud, and you can do so much better.
Well, perhaps, but best case scenario is he's just a workaholic, and well, if you get nowhere with him, at least I know it's not just me that doesn't excite his nether regions, and well, I can live with that, as long as he isn't gay.
Well, what would the difference be? Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, I will tell you everything that happens tonight when we get back, but I'm sure there will be nothing to tell.
Paulette! Can you please come into the kitchen? I've got my apron stuck in the carburetor again!
Coming! Okay, have fun, all right?
Thanks, but I don't think so. Huh. If I can get a rise out of Old Faithful, I can finally free my sister from that organic calculator once and for all. Huh.
We have 22.8 minutes to get to the restaurant or we forfeit our deposit.
Don't forget to put prunes on the grocery list.
Bummed up again? Weren't you not to have all that cheese in the omelet at breakfast?
Don't drink this, don't eat that. I feel like I'm in prison, except they got better TVs.
Speaking of which, dinner will be a little bit longer. We could probably catch a show until then. You think you can make it over there without smashing into anything?
Yeah, I can do it. I keep forgetting which is the gas and which is the brake.
Well, that'll come with time.
So will my bowel movement. Hard to tell which is gonna come first.
Hopefully, it'll occur simultaneously.
Stay tuned for He.
Oh, get something else quick.
What?
Anything.
Welcome to Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, you really hate me, don't you?
I was just pulling your leg. Here, put on whatever you want.
You do it. Every time I press the button, my pacemaker goes kablooey.
Well, no wonder. You edit backwards. My heavens. I know. On account of it's Valentine's, here's my gift to you.
On the runway today, we have creations from Pierre Bourdieu with his see-through collection.
It's fashion television. You really shouldn't watch it, but it's Valentine's.
Oh my goodness. Look at that outfit. You there's that remote again, huh?
Jackie, can you come out and help me with dinner, please?
Coming right out, Mom.
Okay. And where do you think you're going in that outfit? Job interview at the chicken ranch?
Auntie Jean suggested I'd wear
I bet she thought you're still overdressed.
George, button it or I'll hide your teeth.
Although your auntie has impeccable taste in sisters, as far as clothing for young ladies, you might as well get your tips, fashion tips from Charo.
this. Who?
Charlo, coochie.
Never mind, Gramps is just dating himself, seeing as no one else will. The point is, you are not going anywhere dressed like that until you tone that outfit down, Missy, as long as you are...
Hang on. I recorded your laugh as long as you're living under my roof on my smartphone. I can play it if you'd like. It was a really good one. Oh wait, I'm getting a text from Robert.
You listen here, Missy. I am talking to you, and there's nothing more important
Here's
than
a
what I
picture.
have to say. Oh, my. Oh, what did he say? I mean, what did he say?
He said, we'll be here in 30 minutes. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
I think she's hopped up on Red Bull.
Tell him 45. You don't want to seem too eager.
I think 30 minutes makes sense. You don't want to start a date on a bad note.
There, I texted him back.
Well, what did you tell him?
I told him to be here, well, I respect both of your opinions, so I split the difference. I said 27 and a half minutes.
At least you won't think you're in control.
Listen, sweetie, trust me. As long as you are dressed like that, it's like you're ready for a walk of shame in the morning, and that's no way to impress a man on the first date. So you go change, and I'll go bring supper out.
Auntie Jean said this would happen.
Don't have to wait for me, that's okay.
If the violining is extra, we'll pass.
How much money would it have to be for you to think it was worth it?
I've heard that waiter play that had to pay me 20 bucks an hour, maybe 30, and throw in a couple of shrimp cocktails.
Money seems very important to you, doesn't it, Henry?
That seems rather amusing coming from you. At least I work for mine and not live off the avails of failed marriages.
Listen, Henry, we're supposed to be having a good night. I'm trying to make this a special evening. Why don't we just bury the hatchet and try to find some things we admire about each other? For example, I've always admired your facility with numbers. You're so good with them. I have trouble managing to balance my checking account.
Well, good accounting principles are based on rigid rules that must be followed by everyone in order to protect the integrity of the financial workings of a nation. Whether you're balancing your own accounts or those of a multinational corporation, following the rules will ensure that everything is in perfect order.
You like perfect order, don't you, Henry? You like that feeling of control you have over numbers. They never let you down. They're so understandable, predictable.
Exactly. No matter how many times you do the math, the answer isn't different based on time of day, time of year, or somebody's time of the month. Numbers are very easy to understand. They don't change their mind based on something they heard on Dr. Bill.
Oh, if only women were as easy to understand as numbers, Henry, life would be so much easier. Yeah.
I'll say. Take Paulette. I could have gotten paint for the entire house for 14.2% cheaper if she'd only stuck with one color. But no, she had to have a different color for every single room.
Unbelievable.
However, in the end, I paid the extra money for the extra colors. I like to give in to Paulette on such matters. It seems so important to her. You know what they say, happy wife, happy life.
Oh, would you say she's happy, Henry? Would you say you have a happy life?
Well, of course she's happy. What a silly question. She wants for nothing. And as far as my own happiness goes, well, that's irrelevant. Paulette's happiness is paramount.
What if I were to tell you she wasn't happy?
What? Has she said something to you? Why would she confide in you? Our personal matters are not grist for the gossip mill.
Relax, Henry. It's okay. You know, sisters do talk. It's cool.
And what's so awful in Paulette's life that she felt compelled to vent to you about it?
Well, quite frankly, she has some concerns in the bedroom.
She's not sleeping well?
No, it's actually. Well, look, there's no use beating around the bush, Henry. It's about sex.
Sex? Oh, yes, hello, Mrs. Wiggins. Good heavens, that's the wife of one of my partners. I'm doomed.
Doomed? I think you'll be okay. That Fabio impersonator that she's sitting with over there head doesn't look much like her husband. I think our secret is safe.
We don't have any secrets. We're just having dinner.
Well, we could change all that if you like. Let's talk some more about sex.
Now listen here. Oh my. Oh my.
What's the matter?
The matter? Nothing. Nothing's the matter.
You look like you've seen a ghost. Here, have some wine.
Wine? No. Awful idea. Awful idea. Terrible idea. Wait a minute. Alcohol is a depressant. Yes, some wine would be good.
Slow down there, Henry. What is going on? Look, maybe we should go.
Yes, we definitely should go. No, no, we need to stay. More wine?
What is going on, Henry? I just mentioned the word sex and...
Good heavens, would you stop saying that?
Saying what? Oh. What's wrong with saying the word sex? Fine, if it makes you feel so uncomfortable. What's wrong with that word?
Sex? Oh, no, Mrs. Wiggins, I was just encouraging her to stifle a sneeze.
I know what's going on. You're getting excited. Sex, 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 sex.
Good heavens, woman, control yourself.
I'm not surprised. I knew I still had it.
What are those sex diseases? You have an STP?
Admit it, Henry. I have sex appeal. I've seen you leering at my cleavage at many a family dinner.
I catalogically deny that allegation. Flagitation. Allegation.
Well, that's right. It's Gramps that does that.
Conjugal relations are between a man and a woman, and only when absolutely necessary. Paulette is too sweet and gentle for that. Stuff. God knows how hard, I mean, difficult she makes it with those sexy outfits and those arousing scents. Oh, those arousing scents. Sometimes I wish that she would just wash it all off so I could get some sleep and not think about
Sex?
Would you stop saying that word?
Fine, if it makes you uncomfortable. Tell me, what is so bad about that? Well, okay. What is so bad about that word? Sex. Intimacy. Oh no.
It's just so dirty.
It is? I always thought it was kind of fun.
They only had names for women like you.
What? Like rich, beautiful, powerful? Listen, Henry, I don't know where you got such crazy ideas about sex, but the fact of the matter is Paulette yearns for you. She actually wants you to do it.
Are you calling my floozy a wife?
No, not at all. But Henry, you have got to understand that no matter what you thought, there's nothing wrong with sex. In fact, it's okay. It's the new millennium. It's okay for women to think sex is pleasurable.
That is impossible. I can't imagine what it must be like to be a woman. It's just also it's all so disgusting. Oh my God, I need more depressant.
Well, look, Henry, you know what? I'm a little concerned. I think you might want to slow down on the wine. Yeah, you might want to slow down. I think you're getting a little tipsy.
Titsy? Me? I'm not titsy. I am Don Juan.
Oh.
I am the greatest lover that history has ever seen. I have class. I have style. I have stamina. I have...
Oh. Just a tough day at the office, Mrs. Wiggins. Waiter, check please. Come on, let's get to the car. Come on, Don Juan.
There you go. Thank you.
All right, come on. Up we go. Oh my, come on.
The greatest Latin lover in all of history. No, wait. History has arrived. I am Tony Banderas. No, wait. It sounds better in Spanish. I am Antonio Banderas. No. I am Don Juan.
Oh, that's great, Don, but I feel like I've been doing a fireman's carry of a sumo wrestler. Could somebody help me?
Listen, I don't want to hear about your sordid escapades. You strombone. I mean, you strumpet.
Oh, listen, Henry, I've had enough of your insults.
Oh, be careful, he might get hurt.
Oh, he better get in line, because I got first dibs.
What happened?
Listen, we have to discuss this, but I don't think you want everybody to hear what I have to say.
I was just about to go finish up in the kitchen.
And I'll be in the throne room. All that cabbage and bean casserole does not stick to your ribs. It would right on through. At least I won't be the prune.
George, could you please spare me the detail?
Do you want me to leave this here so you can get him into the bedroom?
No, Gramps, you go ahead and go to the bathroom. I know how you always enjoy your bodily functions.
Well, it's up to you. But I'll leave the door open in case you change your mind.
You don't know how many times I've heard those words. But you know what? Maybe it is a good idea to use Lance's suit scooter.
No, we might smash Henry's head up into the wall.
And the downside would be?
I'm gonna wake him sober when I kill him. Come on, Jean, help me with him, will you?
Wait, let me just put my coat down.
Oh, come on, Henry.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Oh, would you shut up, Henry? I can't believe you plied him with liquor, Jean, to soften him up.
I had nothing to do with this. He was guzzling wine like there's no tomorrow.
Are you serious? He did this on purpose. And when did he learn Spanish?
Oh, it was completely self-inflicted. Oh my God.
Oh, so then it's me he's not interested in. Oh, he was rip-roaring to get his Don Juan on with you. I can't get him to touch me inappropriately when it's appropriate.
Wait, listen, sis, you gotta
I
understand.
think I've heard and seen enough.
What is going on? What's wrong with Daddy?
Oh, your father seems to have a case of the Spanish flu. But he'll be better in the morning with a severe headache and vomiting if I let him live.
We can't just leave him like this. We need to get him up and into bed.
Oh, it's so nice of you to be concerned about your father.
What? Oh, yeah, that too. I'm just worried that Robert's gonna be here any second. Daddy passed out in the living room, may be hard to explain. I really need him out of here.
Have at it. My back is going out from hauling his drunken butt up the drive.
Daddy was drinking?
More like guzzling.
Look, sweetie, you grab his arm. Let's get him into the bedroom, okay?
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's annoying.
And that's not Spanish.
I can't remember all the words to Oyo Como Va.
Come on, Daddy. You can lean on me.
Okay, sweetheart. I appreciate that.
Robert.
Perfect.
What are we gonna do? We can't just leave him
All right,
like this.
listen. You go to the door. Come on. We'll cover him up with a blanket.
Oh yeah, good idea. Let's do
It wasn't Robert. It was just some jerkface turning around in our driveway. Quick, we need to get him into bed before Robert shows up.
Come on, you. Let's get up and become quietly before you get hurt again.
Oh, help me kidnapped.
Oh yeah, like you'd ever pay ransom.
You know, maybe Gramps' scooter is a good idea. Unless, of course, you have a fridge dolly in the garage.
Come on, Daddy. Away we go.
Jackie, are you being kidnapped too?
No, Daddy, and neither are you. We're just trying to get you into bed.
Your Auntie Jean was trying to do that earlier. All she kept talking about was sex, sex, sex.
Oh really?
Just ask Mrs. Wiggins.
You know what? I think that it's. You just give me a hand, will ya?
Yeah.
On the count of three. Ready?
What?
Ready? 1,
Oh,
2. Okay, 3.
oh, okay, I'll talk.
Oh, I think it's a better idea if you would just shut up right now, Henry.
Jeepers, Mom, that was kind of harsh. Daddy looked like he was having fun.
It's not how I would call it.
Oh, I would love to hear the description.
Do I get to hear it too?
No!
Dang, it must be some pretty juicy details. How much fun did you have with Daddy anyway?
Mind your own business, young lady, and focus on getting your father into the bedroom.
There's a rose in Spanish Harlem.
You see, Don Juan is back. Let me get the door at least.
Hey, did you know that Jean called you floozy?
Oh, I think I can handle it from here, Jackie. Will you just please close the door after me? Thank you.
Go easy on him, Mom. He has to drive you to work tomorrow.
What was that crash? Did Paulette have Henry up on the lip, giving him a tune-up?
It's none of your concern, George. You can go back to your bodily functions. Besides, Jackie and I need to have a conversation.
Well, go ahead.
Privately.
Listen, lady, this is my house. And I'm getting sick and tired of people telling me what I can and cannot do in my own house. I have half of mine.
Listen, George, you know we love you. But Jackie and I have to have a little private conversation. You don't want to get in the way of our girl talk now, do you?
Cut that out. You're getting out this discombobulated. Oh, boy.
Gramp, are you okay?
Okay. I'm wonderful. Never mind. This is nothing for a young lady like you to be concerned about.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. I have to find your grandma. Pass. Mildred! Mildred!
But he's not too good with that.
Your present has arrived.
I got it! Okay, I'm getting it. What was that all about?
I've given up trying to figure out Gramp.
Honey, it's not your job to figure men out, it's men's job to figure us out. Don't you forget it.
I'll try, Auntie Jean, but you make it sound so easy. Did you notice that Mom didn't say anything about my outfit? I did just as you said and wore that really slutty one first. After that, she was ready to accept almost anything.
See, you're learning.
Maybe, but I'm sure worried about Bobby's pin fell out. Auntie Jean, are you okay?
Yeah.
But I'm sure worried about Robert. He was supposed to be here 2 minutes and 45 seconds ago. Where is he?
Relax, honey, he'll be here.
What if he stands me up? I'll just be the laughing stock of the office girl.
Oh, honey, you can't think like that. There are hordes of men out there, and they're all looking for the same thing.
Tickets to the monster truck show?
No, honey, what they want is something worth more than money, power, or even sex.
What could they want more than sex? I'm surprised there's something else coming from you.
And they want attention. That's what they crave. They want you to listen to their stupid jokes, listen to their stupid stories, and tell them how sexy they are, even when they look like old Mr. Henderson.
I want all those things too. I don't want to be just some blow-up doll with artificial intelligence and a nice set of conversation algorithms. I want them to laugh at my jokes and listen to my problems too.
But honey, don't you understand? By using their weakness against them, you can control them, and you can get anything you want.
But what if I just want it to be an equal relationship where nobody bosses anybody and everyone can live their lives through happiness and tranquility?
Good luck with that. In every relationship, there is a boss and a flunky. It depends on which one you want to be, and you don't want to be the flunky, so you gotta take control early.
I don't want to control anyone, and I don't want anyone to control me. In fact, I will not be controlled. Hang on, my phone's vibrating. I have to answer it.
What control?
It's a text. It says, sorry, been in car crash, on way to hospital. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what a bunch of horseradish if I ever heard it. What a lame, trite excuse.
Here's a picture of him he took in the ambulance.
Well, I suppose it is kind of convincing, but have you ever heard of Photoshop?
Seriously, Auntie Jean, I don't think Robert has the smarts nor the motivation to go that length to fool me. I would be kind of flattered if he did. I have no doubt in my mind he has suffered a horrible accident.
Well then, thank heavens. I mean that you weren't stood up on purpose.
I don't care about that. He's got to be okay. I'm so worried for him. He's got to take me away from all of this. I have it all planned out. I'm gonna get married. We're gonna have children. I even have my ex with his name on them.
Oh, honey, Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It does still kind of sound tenuous. What if it doesn't work out? I mean, you haven't even had your first date yet.
I just have a really good feeling about him, Auntie Jean. He might even be the one. When I'm around him, my knees go all wobbly, and I kind of have trouble talking.
I get that way from tequila.
And although the other girls get him to come to our office, he gets me to sign the internal work order. He could pick any other girl, and they would be more than happy to, but he picks me.
I stand corrected. Sounds like true love.
I'll show you. You'll see. I won't be a dick forever. Do you know what how it is? It's going through junior high with the last name of Dick. They all said with a name like that, making fun of me was too easy. I haven't been easy. So far, I've been impossible. I'll be so happy to lose the name Dick when I get married.
What's Robert's last name?
Liptricks.
Oh, Jackie, you're still here. Oh, well, what happened to your date with Robert?
Oh, he got into a car accident on the way here.
That's a creative excuse.
Yeah, oh, here's a picture of him, waiting for the ambulance.
Oh my, he does have big muscles. Oh, wait, could you just please excuse Auntie Jean and I? We need to have a little privacy. We need to have a little chat.
Mom, I can be a part of these conversations too. I'm an adult and can deal with adult situations.
Okay, you can stay, but it has to do with sex between your father and me.
Ew! I'll be right.
What the hell happened in the restaurant? I thought we made a deal that you wouldn't use any artificial means to get him excited.
I swear, sis, I had nothing to do with him getting plastered. We got to the restaurant and he seemed kind of nervous. Then all of a sudden he was primed to party. Then when the conversation turned to sex, which I remind you was the whole point of this exercise, he went completely off his nuts. But you'll be happy to know I did get him in the back seat of the car.
Oh, it's me he's not interested in then. Me he doesn't desire. Oh, it could have been any woman in that back seat. Oh, Jean. This isn't what I wanted. I love Henry. Oh, I'm such a fool. I could have gone my whole life wondering, but at least I'd have had hope. Now I have nothing.
Well, at least you have the house and all he's worth.
I don't care about that. I just want Henry. I don't even care if you got him in the back seat of your car.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The only reason I got him in the back seat of the car is because the only way I can haul his drunken butt home after he passed out stumbling to the vehicle. Nothing happened between us, thank God. But I do have a confession to make. I don't know what made Henry decide to get drunk, but it certainly wasn't me. He was all sorts of agitated when we got there, and somehow he thought freaking a gallon of wine would help.
Really? Well, what made him get so excitable? He didn't overtip the maitre d', did he?
I don't think so. He wouldn't even tip the violinist. But the point is this, Henry loves you very much. He worships you.
Really? He does? Well, how do you know? And why didn't you tell me sooner?
Well, because for the longest while, I was hoping you would break up.
Why?
Well, I couldn't help but see the specter of your 25-year marriage as a beacon of success. For the specter of my own relationship, beacon was broadcasting loser, loser, loser.
Jean, really? You would break up my marriage because your marriage failed?
No, it's not only that, but it wasn't until tonight that I realized Henry actually loves you. He worships you.
Well, so how do you know he really loves me? He never shows it in the bedroom.
Well, that's because, that's because he thinks sex is dirty. He doesn't want to sully his precious wife with his carnal desires, because he thinks ladies don't like that sort of thing.
You're kidding.
No, and you know what? The only reason he makes you wash off that perfume is because it excites him so much. He's turned on all the time. But he doesn't think he can show you because you'll be insulted.
You're serious?
Yup. I think it's Woody Allen that says sex is only dirty if you're doing it right.
Oh my God, where on earth would Henry get such an outlandish
Oh.
idea that sex is dirty? Wait, I got it. Gramps!
Yeah. You know, maybe he's rebelling against his dad or something, because you know what a creep for Gramps is? I mean, the way he talks about sex, it is dirty.
You know, I think Henry and I need to have a little chat.
Oh, sis, go easy on him. He's had a tough night already.
Are you guys done talking about geriatric sex yet?
Yes, you can come in, honey. The threat of psychological damage is past.
Thank God. Where's Mom?
She's in there talking some sense into your dad.
I don't think that will work in his state. I'm so worried for them, especially Mom. She seems so unhappy lately. It might even have had something to do with Valentine's Day. I didn't think old people cared about such things.
Well, they pretend they don't, but they do. Especially women. Anyway, honey, don't worry. Everything will work out fine with your parents.
Well, how can you be so sure?
Oh, well, because there's one thing I learned tonight for sure, is that your father loved your mother very much and your mother loved your father very much. It's just they're telling each other in different languages.
Oh, I know they love each other.
Oh, well, how do you know that?
Well, because Dad puts the company, the house, everything under Mom's name. You know what he's like.
Yeah.
And I know Mom loves him because she doesn't have him killed for the company, the house, everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, what about that outfit there? You didn't want to make Robert's heart rate skyrocket in his weakened condition.
No, Auntie Jane, I've been doing a lot of thinking.
Well, it's nice to try new things for a change.
I don't want to impress a man the way you do, not even Robert.
Oh?
I think if I cheapen my image with revealing clothing, I may be expected to live up to that image.
And the downside?
I'm sorry, Auntie Jean. It's just not for me. Oh, I know lots of girls do it. They don't even do it for men. They just like to dress that way. When I tell them that men ogle them because of how they dress, they don't even care. Let them eat their hearts out, they say.
That's what I say. You know what? I dress the way I do to feel good about myself and let the rest of the world deal with it. If they don't like it, it's their problem.
But if they like it too much, it might become your problem.
Well, you can't be stupid about these things. That's why I took those self-defense courses. Although I haven't had to use them recently because I don't usually mount much of a defense.
Yes, I'm sure mount is the operative word there. But there are so many more important things to a relationship. Even if we had sex every day, that would only be an hour a day.
Dreamer.
We need to be able to connect during those other 23 hours, or what's the point?
You can run, but you can't hide. Can't get started without me, no blood.
You were saying, dear.
I just don't see why so much attention is placed on the sex part of a relationship when it's not the most important part.
Well, it's not the most important part, but it is a very, very important part. Sometimes the relationship that you have with your partner in the sexual area is a good measure of your own relationship. I know there are people that have mutually agreed upon celibacy in their relationships, but it's not the norm.
Well, Mom and Dad seem to have a fairly stable marriage, and I don't even hear them doing it. Frankly, I couldn't swear in court that they've had sex since I came along. That I could tell.
Really, I don't think you...
Help! Help! She's turned into a sex maniac!
See what, dear?
Mom and Dad were just, ew!
Honey, here's the thing. When your parents get all gross and lovey-dovey with each other, it's actually a good thing. It means they're happy together.
No more Geritol for you, George!
Slow down, woman, you got Papa Gilmore pacemaker.
Now that was just disgusting.
Well, maybe to us, but not to them. Quite frankly, I don't think they care what we think. In fact, I hope when I'm that age, I got a man chasing me around the room.
I just hope it's Robert chasing me. Auntie Jean, could you give me a lift to the hospital? I want to visit him.
Sure, honey, I'll take you up to his room.
No, that's okay. I'm sure I'll be able to go up on my own.
Are you sure I can come and help you nurse him back to health?
Yes, I'm sure you would, but I want to do that on my own.
What? You don't trust me?
No, of course not. You're a competitor, remember?
You're learning, my dear, you're learning.
Your Don Juan has arrived.
Oh, Henry.